Life is a journey, full of unexpected twists and turns. It's like a winding mountain road that takes us through dense forests and sometimes even stormy seas. Each path we take, each decision we make, leads us to new experiences and challenges. These moments, whether they are filled with joy or sorrow, shape us into who we are meant to be. Some days are bathed in sunshine, while others are shrouded in darkness. The bright sunny days fill us with hope and happiness, making us feel invincible. But then, there are days when the sky turns dark and stormy, and we feel the weight of the world on our shoulders. Yet even in the darkest of times, there is always a glimmer of hope, like a sunrise breaking through the clouds, reminding us that light will always follow darkness. As Christians, we are not immune to life's challenges. We gather in prayer, seeking solace and strength from our faith. Whether we are alone in a quiet church, holding hands with our family, or surrounded by our community in worship, we find comfort in knowing that we are not alone. Our faith binds us together, giving us the courage to face whatever comes our way. We face moments of doubt, fear, and uncertainty just like anyone else. There are times when we sit alone, lost in our thoughts, staring out a rainy window, wondering what the future holds. These moments of introspection can be overwhelming, but they're also opportunities for growth and self-discovery. It's during these times that our faith is tested, and we are called upon to dig deep and find strength in our beliefs. Reading the Bible in solitude, kneeling in prayer and clasping our hands in devotion, we seek guidance and reassurance. Our faith becomes a beacon of light, guiding us through the darkest of times and reminding us of the strength we possess within. When faced with adversity, it's easy to feel overwhelmed and alone. Sitting on a bench, walking down a deserted street, or sitting in a dark room, we may feel the weight of our struggles pressing down on us. But it's important to remember that we are never truly alone. Our faith, our community, and our loved ones are always there to support us, even when we can't see it. We might question our purpose, our worth, or even God's love for us. Looking at ourselves in the mirror, sitting on a dock staring at the water, or sitting in a church pew with a troubled look, we may wonder if we are on the right path. These moments of doubt are natural, but they are also opportunities to reaffirm our faith and trust in God's plan for us. But it's precisely in these moments of vulnerability that we must cling to our faith with unwavering determination. Raising our hands in prayer, holding a cross necklace close to our hearts, or standing on a hill with arms outstretched towards the sky, we find strength in our faith. It is in these moments that we realize the true power of our beliefs and the resilience of our spirit. Our faith is not just a source of comfort, but a wellspring of strength that empowers us to face life's challenges head-on and emerge stronger than ever before. Faith, in its purest form, is the unwavering belief in something we cannot see. It's the trust that even when we don't understand, God is in control. Faith is the anchor that keeps us grounded when the storms of life rage around us. Just as a ship needs an anchor to weather a storm, we need faith to navigate the challenges that come our way. Faith is not about denying the existence of hardship, but rather about finding hope and strength amidst adversity. The Bible teaches us that God has a plan for each of us, a plan to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future, Jeremiah 29:11. Yet we may not always understand the path He has laid out for us. Like a tapestry, our lives are woven together with threads of joy and sorrow, triumph and tribulation. It's through the interplay of these experiences that we grow, learn, and become who we are meant to be. Section 4, Biblical Examples of Resilience, Stories of Faith. Throughout the Bible, we encounter countless stories of individuals who face seemingly insurmountable challenges, but emerged victorious through their unwavering faith in God. These narratives are not just tales of old, but are timeless lessons that continue to inspire and guide us today. Each story is a testament to the power of faith and the strength that comes from trusting in a higher power. Noah, Abraham, Moses, and Esther all faced trials that tested their limits, yet they remained steadfast in their belief, trusting in God's guidance and provision. Noah, for instance, was tasked with building an ark to survive a great flood, a mission that seemed impossible. Despite the ridicule and doubt from those around him, he persevered, driven by his faith in God's word. Abraham, on the other hand, was asked to sacrifice his beloved son Isaac, a test of faith that would challenge any parent. Yet he trusted in God's promise and was rewarded for his unwavering belief. Moses, chosen to lead the Israelites out of Egypt, faced numerous obstacles, including the daunting task of parting the Red Sea. His faith in God's power enabled him to perform miracles and guide his people to freedom. Esther, a queen in a foreign land, risked her life to save her people from destruction. Her courage and faith in God's plan allowed her to act decisively and with great wisdom. These stories remind us that we are not alone in our struggles. They show us that faith can move mountains and that with God's help, we can overcome any obstacle. They serve as beacons of hope, reminding us that if God could deliver them, He can deliver us as well. These biblical figures were ordinary people who achieved extraordinary feats through their faith. Their stories encourage us to hold on to our faith, no matter how difficult our circumstances may be. They teach us that resilience is not about never facing challenges, but about trusting in God's plan and finding strength in our faith to overcome them. As we reflect on these stories, let us be inspired to live our lives with the same unwavering faith and trust in God's guidance. Section 5. Modern-day miracles, faith in action. The power of faith is not confined to the pages of the Bible. Countless individuals today can attest to the transformative power of faith in their own lives. From miraculous healings to unexpected breakthroughs, stories abound of people who have experienced God's grace and provision in extraordinary ways. These modern-day miracles serve as powerful reminders that God is still actively working in our world, answering prayers and demonstrating His love and faithfulness to those who trust in Him. Section 6. Finding strength in weakness. Embracing vulnerability. It's easy to feel ashamed or weak when we're struggling. In those moments, we often feel isolated, as if no one else could possibly understand the depth of our pain or the weight of our burdens. We might think that showing our struggles is a sign of failure or inadequacy. We might be tempted to hide our struggles from others, putting on a brave face while silently battling our demons. This facade can be exhausting, and it often prevents us from seeking the help and support we truly need. We wear masks to protect ourselves, but in doing so, we also shut out the possibility of genuine connection and healing. However, the Bible teaches us that it's in our weakness that God's strength is made perfect. This profound truth invites us to reconsider our perspective on vulnerability. Instead of viewing it as a weakness, we can see it as an opportunity for God's power to be revealed in our lives. The Scriptures remind us that we don't have to carry our burdens alone. When we acknowledge our limitations and surrender our burdens to God, we are not admitting defeat, rather we are opening ourselves to His divine intervention. This act of surrender is a powerful step towards healing and transformation. It allows us to experience the peace that comes from knowing we are not alone in our struggles. We open ourselves up to His transformative power. This power can change our hearts, renew our minds, and give us the strength to face our challenges with courage and hope. By embracing our vulnerability, we allow God's grace to work in us and through us, bringing light to even the darkest of times. It's through our vulnerability that we discover the depth of his love and grace. In those moments of raw honesty, we find that we are deeply loved and accepted just as we are. This realization can be incredibly freeing, as it allows us to let go of the need to be perfect and to embrace our true selves. In the embrace of God's love, we find the courage to be vulnerable, knowing that we are held in his everlasting arms.